Some would say I am a full hour late. Some would some would say I'm a full hour late for the 9 a.m. smoke session. Some would say I'm right on time. I would say I'm an hour late. I'm sorry for showing up an hour late for the smoke session, over an hour late. I actually, though, had an impromptu meeting that could be a blessing, So I had to do this meeting this morning, and then I just hadn't made it on live yet. I did like a 30-minute meeting. Now I'm on here chilling with you guys, paid a few bills, end of the month shit. And so I just wanted to come on here and celebrate everybody who can pay their bills. And if you can't pay your bills, I hope you find a way to pay your bills here soon. Shit. It's hard out here for all of us. Not all of us, but it's hard out here. For me, I can say at least. So if you can relate to that, I'm relating to you. And so after you pay some bills, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just need a smoke session. Waxmate sent this like silicone piece over to me. It has the glass down here, but overall it's silicone. And the top comes out like this, and it makes like a nectar collector like this if you wanted to use it this way. I haven't hit the nectar collector yet, but I loaded up a bowl, and it's been nice so far. And then it also came with a bowl that you could hit out of here too. But if I was going to hit anything out of here, I probably would put the Dab X in here. I don't think I would just use the regular bowl. Plus, I don't have a torch right now. Or the torch that I have back there, you see the torch, and I would be lying if I said I have a torch, but I don't have butane right now. If I had butane, then I would try out the nail, but don't have it yet or right now. Shit, what's good, Blues? How you doing? I'm gonna open that window. It's already pretty cold in here. Like I told you guys, I don't have heat right now. I've been struggling, guys. If you've been wondering why I haven't been able to put out any videos, it's hard to focus when it's freezing cold and you're trapped in the room. And I don't like putting out content I don't feel and shit like that, I'm not in a good mood to do or whatever. So it's been a little bit tough putting out content. That's why I've been doing more short content and shit. I've been writing more and stuff, but more videos next week because I'm getting my heat fixed today. They told me it would be fixed yesterday. So hopefully it'll be fixed today. Yeah, Ryan, it sucks, but it was my choice to move to Chicago, so it's just kind of what comes with moving to a cold place. Should be breaking in the cold. That's just how it goes. I hope you guys have had a good week. It's unbelievable. I say this every single Friday. It is unbelievable. It's Friday once again. It's unbelievable they got into another week of live streams. For some of you joining me once again, it's unbelievable to me that you keep coming back. I appreciate it. I think some days we have some very good talking subjects, some good sessions. We get through some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? LED Grow Labs, is Chicago dangerous? It is dangerous, very dangerous in certain parts. In other parts, it's just like anywhere else in a big city in America. When I tell this to people, I'm coming from Houston, so Houston right now is number one in murder rate in America, and that's where I'm moving from. And so when you're talking about dangerous, like Houston's very dangerous in some parts, but overall, I wouldn't consider it a dangerous city. Chicago, depending on what part you're in, I don't think it's that dangerous personally. But I also haven't been here that long. But at the same time, it's not like you can't come here on a trip and you're just gonna get like something bad is gonna happen to you. You know what I mean? Because New Orleans, people flood New Orleans, and New Orleans is not the safest place in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, but it's not. Chicago isn't. It's not all what they show on TV. Definitely not. You you grew up in Dayton, Ohio. I got you. I've been in the Ohio region. I used to live in Ohio for just a year. Jamon Taylor, what's good, bro? It's the silicon, yeah. I tried one of these silicons. That company, Wax Made, makes a lot of silicone pieces and shit. I tried it out. It's hitting decent right now. Okay, Ryan, I used to live in San Antonio. Nice. I used to live up by UTSA, up by the Loop type shit. Just for a little bit, though. I didn't stay in San Antonio too long. It's a nice place to kick back and relax, though. Small town vibes in a big place. But I like some of the festivals. I went to like the Dia de los Muertos festival and good Mexican food for sure on San Antonio. What's good, Anna? How you doing? But yeah, damn, it kind of matches my shirt. This shit's kind of wild. I didn't plan for that. This is only the second silicone piece I've ever had. I actually am going to use the nectar collector though, because with the nectar collector, you can get stuff out of containers you can clear out empty containers. So I will for sure actually be using the nectar collector, no doubt. All that's what I'm saying, Seth. Like all cities are bad if you're in the parts that the city doesn't care about. You know, if you're in the parts that the city just don't give a shit about, then you're gonna be in a dangerous area. If you're in a part where the city cares about your area, you're not gonna be in a bad part. So I'm in a part of Chicago where the city generally cares about the area. I mean, it's a pretty nice area, and so um, and rapidly gentrifying. Also, I will add, but with all that being said, it's not too dangerous. Like my girlfriend can walk to work 10 minutes away and stuff like that. Like you can walk, you can. Like, she don't be walking at night alone or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, like too much at all. But like during the day and stuff like that, it's not. Because I just don't want her walking alone at night. Like there's not that many cities that I'll be cool with that. you know. I'm dead set. Bay Goth, what's good? How you doing? Dystope manifestation. I'm dead. Oh yeah, I ate. Yeah, I've had the Kabloom. I had it back with like CBD stuff. I haven't had it in the HAC. I've done multiple videos on HAC though. Yeah, I've done HAC and HACO. It's like the acetate version, how they did with the THCO. But I know it has a HHCO. And then I've done multiple HHC like Via. You can check out my website, which I've still not been able to add on here for whatever reason, but cannabislibraryus.com. Cannabislibraryus.com if you want to check it out by like category, but I have done HHC the on YouTube as well. I'm glad you like it, LET Grow Labs. Hope you guys haven't. Do you guys have anything fun planned for the weekend? I'm sure somebody. We got 15 people on right now Most everybody on the Cannabis Library, one person on my Twitch, one person on the Grant Patterson channel. Um, Anybody have anything fun planned for this weekend? The HHC is stronger than THCO, yeah. In general, I would say so. Not necessarily the edibles. I haven't tried. I just got some HHC edibles in actually, and I haven't given them a try yet. But you got work, Chris. I got you. I feel you. It is a Friday. I'll be working too most of the day. My version of work, I guess. Nothing but work. I got you, Jay. I'll be working. I told you guys I did a Craigslist gig last week. I signed up I'm going to do another one next week. It might become like an ongoing, like part-time job though. It sounds pretty interesting. If it's something I end up doing, I'll end up filming it too. So I'll show you guys. LED Grow Labs did not lie. A whole slew of like hemp-derived cannabinoids that have dropped over the last year mostly. But if you go on my channel, I don't know which channel you're on watching me. More than likely Cannabis Library. If you go to the Cannabis Library, you can find all these different cannabinoids. Or if you go to the website, cannabislibraryus.com, you can find all the different cannabinoids and shit. And I'm starting to write a lot more, but the writing is more opinion pieces and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm trying to open up the website to where you guys can respond on there and give your reviews and shit like that. Get it to where people can correspond. And if y'all disagree with what I say, if you agree with what I say, you can just put comments on there, like on YouTube or whatever. I got you, Seth. That's what's up. Yeah, the THCO edibles are kind of trippy. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild, actually, the THCO edibles. I wouldn't say it's like a trip, but they're different. Definitely unique, to say the least. Lift off Delta. That's what's up. I haven't heard of that brand, Flynn. Except to this one. I don't know which one you're watching from. I'm sorry, Jamon. I don't know which channel you're watching from, but wherever you're subbed, I appreciate it. And if you're on my Grant Patterson channel, you definitely can see more content on the Cannabis Library. There's a lot more content on there. And then from the Cannabis Library, there's definitely some content on the Grant Patterson channel that you haven't seen on the Cannabis Library. So it kind of just depends. You think THCO is? I got you. It hit later. The THCO hit me in the chest later. It was weird. Oh, nice, Anna. That sounds fun. We got hella snow here, so I feel you. At least with the rain, like there's not that much you can do right now. The ground is covered in like probably 4 or 5 inches. You like the Delta 10 with alcohol? I got you, Seth. But have fun at David Buster's. I haven't been to a David Buster's in a minute. I've been to David Buster's actually since John Jones fought Gustafson the second time, I think. Was it Gustafson the second time? Or no, it might have been more recent than that. It might have been when John Jones knocked out Daniel Cormier with the shin kick in the second fight. Or put him down with that at least. I got you, Girl Labs. Hell yeah, shit. Yeah, it's got so much snow out here. This lake effect to just be dumping on us and then just stopping. Colorado Bakery out of the Peak, bro. That's what's up, Diz. I appreciate you tuning in. That's really the only thing I don't like about this piece. For real, is how hard. I'm gonna do a review of the piece too, just a video. Is how hard the bowl is to take out. It's not hard, but it's definitely harder than. It's definitely made for like if this were to fall over. It's made for somebody who's gonna knock over shit all the time. In my opinion, it's made for people who are gonna knock over shit all the time. But maybe I should have saved that sentiment for the video. I got you, Tiz. I appreciate it. Always appreciate it. I have been putting out a lot more TikToks and Instagram content and shit like that. So if you guys are on Instagram or TikTok a lot, feel free to subscribe to that. The Instagram is the Cannabis Library underscore. I probably should replace my personal one with the Cannabis Library one. And then I think it's Canna Library on TikTok. I'm surprised my TikTok has gotten this big, but Canna underscore library. What's good, Neftali? How you doing? Enjoyed that first dab of the day. I got you, Charlie. I got this. That's what I've mostly been hitting today. I just hit that bowl, which I shouldn't have because my landlord might pull up later. So I'm gonna have to edit this out pretty quickly afterwards. Luckily, I got this hoe doing a good job, hopefully, and then I'm gonna have to spray, and I got a candle out there and shit. But I've been hitting the dryer vaporizer all morning while I was coloring some shit. Y'all wanna see some shit I colored? Enjoy it, Neftali. Oh, dope, dope. Simplistic is dope for sure. This is so many hours of work. It's unbelievable. This is y'all saw me do that video with my girlfriend. I don't know if y'all did, but this is that Pilgrim Soul Journal, and they just got random shit in it. And I just sit here and I'll listen to a class or I'll listen to some music or some shit, and just be sitting there coloring. This one's next. This one might be crazy. We'll see. I'll let you guys see it when I'm finished. But I've been getting up early, like 5 a.m. And since it's been so cold, we can only be in a couple rooms. So I've just been in this house, just fading this out in between work and shit when I'm lit. But it seems like 10 o'clock was a good time today. I'm glad you guys tuned in. Usually this is a 9 a.m. smoke session, just to let everybody know. I ended up having a meeting this morning around 9 a.m. and had to get some things done. Congrats to you guys if you're about to pay your bills this weekend. That is a good thing that you have the ability to do so. And it is a smokable occasion. I encourage you to counteract that negative shit with positive shit. Smoke some weed instead of thinking about bills. I'm in Chicago, yes, but I am from Houston, Texas. Specifically, Missouri City, Texas, actually. I'm from Missouri City, Texas, but I am currently in Chicago. Dead ass, Neftali. That's a blessing. And it's even a bigger blessing if you have a little bit of money left over to buy some weed and shit. Zachary, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm about to see how much is left in this air. I'll stay on a little bit longer this morning. It's a Friday and it's too cold to go in any other room because my heater is currently out. In case anybody didn't know, I think I've probably harped on that enough, considering it's been 3 days in a row now. Jay, that check came in and went out. I'm dead. That's how it be, but that's what the check's for, right? I don't know. I remember getting paid every 2 weeks, bro, and not just like that. That cycle. It's been a long time now for me. Not a long time, but year and a half probably since I've had like a 2 week type pay job. And I just remember that cycle, just waiting. That last check had to be a certain amount. But then I also, before that, early in my life, I've had a tip job too, to where you get tips when I was like 21. And then so you just had cash in your pockets too, so you know exactly how much you already have. And then the check's just nice on top. But then you're selling your soul to those places because you got to be there so goddamn long. So it's just so much give and take and all these different things. And I've been trying to make some extra money. Like I said, I found another Craigslist gig thing that I'm gonna try out next week, and this shit looks like it could be fun. I don't be looking at jobs the same way other people do. I like doing little jobs. I like doing jobs with my hands. I just don't want to be locked into doing no job for too long. I'm a true millennial. I do not want to be locked in to doing shit for long term. That's not mine. If I'm working for somebody else, I'm trying to do contractual work. But that's for now, that could change. But at this stage in my life, nobody can have 40 hours of my time but me. Check gone before it even hit. Damn, that's how it be too, especially if credit cards come into play. Then it's like, whoa. Then you're checking. So I'm gonna do 35 hours next week. I'll have this much money. I can spend this much right now. I'm glad. It's nice to have the cash every day, for sure. That dirty ass cash you get every day, But at the same time, hell no. It's nice, but then it's not nice. You know what I'm saying? Because it can be inconsistent too. Especially like I worked at a place that was like really big, like during football season and shit. But out of football season, your chips would be low. But then if the local team was ass, which it was the year I was working there that year, then it's like nobody's even watching that shit. And so then the tips were bad even during football season. So it's just like little things like that too, depend tips. And then your workers just like, or the owner is just like, the tips weren't good. You're like, you motherfucker. Nah, I'd be high sometimes. I'd be bad with the overdraft. I used to be bad with the overdraft. I've lost some money to overdraft. And money I had, I'm like, bro, just take it out the other account. Just take it out the other account, please. I used to be bad about keeping up how much on my debit card. I'm not even gonna cap to you. The DAPX been treating me pretty good. I've been enjoying it. I just learned you're not supposed to put the cap on it, to be honest. But it hit hard. I would carve it kind of, and I would hit so hard. Like, you don't have to carve it. I'm like, all right, I stopped carving it. why my old videos CBD bud? Good question. My old videos are CBD bud because when I was in the state of Texas, that's all that was legal, and I didn't want to be on there um, doing a whole bunch of. The thing is, I didn't even really care about talking about street weed in Houston. The thing that I was most thinking that you can't match up the names. There's no consistency. You know what I'm saying? There's no even proof. At least with like CBD, but that was the only thing that I could say that I could get it and you could get the exact same thing, and we could be talking about the exact same thing. Even out here, if I get some street bud, I'm mostly just worried like I don't know if the strain's consistent. At the dispensary is the only way that you can get consistent strains. So that's what was legal at the time. CBD was popular at that time as well. This is a couple years ago. CBD was starting to rise in popularity. We wanted to see what the buzz was about. And I had even worked at a CBD shop for a little bit. So those are all reasons why I was talking about CBD. But and a lot of people like CBD. I know that's like to a lot of people who really like weed or like to get super high or whatever. Like people liking CBD is a crazy thought, but there's a lot of people out there who like CBD. There's a lot of people out there who wish I still talked about CBD. I promise you. So and I really would actually, no bullshit. I would talk about it if a company was willing to work with me and um if they wanted, like companies don't even want to send me CBD anymore too often. You know what I'm saying? But it's just business stuff. At the end of the day, like companies don't make a lot off of it, so they have a very niche market who's getting it. I wasn't even looking for 40. You said something up there. My bad. A few more people in here today, so it's moving kind of faster. But yeah, so I used to be with that. Chris, he just lost interest. This is not, I'm telling y'all, bro, I don't make a lot of money doing this, and y'all see me doing this like hours a week. I don't even understand. Y'all don't understand. And not that y'all should understand, but it's just a lot to put into this to not get a lot of money in return like quickly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing it because of money, you know, for real, for real. I'm doing it because the powers that are going to move weed forward, we have to be careful of what, and we have to watch them, and somebody's got to talk about them, or else they're going to take advantage of people for real. Naphtali, yeah, it just weed is legal where I live, so I'm not too worried about weed. I don't be like showing like mushrooms and stuff. I will talk and personally vouch for mushrooms for myself, but I don't be showing mushrooms and stuff like that on my channel and stuff like that. Those are illegal products, and I try not to like promote illegal products. Like I have weed on my channel all the time, and here in the state of Illinois, all that shit's legal. So I'm not too worried about it. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's a street brand, I buy it from a street brand. Like it's not illegal for me to possess and have and stuff like that. And so I don't know, but I feel you with the from the legality standpoint, but also it kind of depends. Like if somebody's in as deep in social media and stuff as I am with the cannabis stuff, you cut off some jobs to yourself, and some people don't like that fact. Any job that's like pretty completely closed off to cannabis and stuff like that, and wouldn't be impressed, I guess, that I've been able to build this and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't want to work for though. you know, you gotta want to see. I mean, you can put it out if you want to put out a video. I mean, the shrooms are dope. You know what I'm saying? The shrooms are dope. I had some recently. I got you, Disney man. But you'll see that the difference is if you're in a legal state, the dealers have gas. Because the overall level of weed now has increased, whether it's in the dispensary or in the state. So illegal states overall, they have to have worse weed. Like the weed here is better because people are less scared of possessing it. Like people will have up to whatever the ounce limit is for people here recreationally in that with them, and then that allows them some freedom that it didn't before allow people um, before legality happened. if that makes sense. I got you, Mr. Hatchie. Hell yeah, 440. But the shrooms are coming around. Yeah. Snoop has a skill set though too. Not to say you don't have a skill set, but him being a rapper always keeps his money good. So that's why he says and does a lot of different things because his music really his touring and stuff keeps him like to where he can fund so much other shit just off of like going on tour. So that's also what contributes to Snoop being able to do what he wants to do. Like people, we see a lot of people that have more money, especially like minorities, like black people and stuff like that. Like Snoop definitely could not do all this stuff before because he didn't have the money to like back up all this shit. You know, he'd been in jail a lot of times, all that type of stuff, to where he just had the bankroll to get himself out of each little predicament. You know. Exactly, and so hey, he's got a good base of money to be able to diversify. I got you, Disney man. It'll change though, as I'm telling you. As if you got, I haven't been to a recreational state or seen recreational states to where like everything's trash. And I don't know too much about Eric Kahn to answer your question before. I heard he was in Texas though, and he would just say he would be in other places. But it's that simple. I learned about him kind of recently, and not recently, but of the last like year. So I don't know his story too much. Nephew. Yeah, Snoop has his own swagger for sure. Yeah, you're right, Zachary. It's like an honor for Snoop Dogg to smoke somebody's weed type shit. I mean, who would not want to smoke with Snoop Dogg? People who don't smoke weed will smoke with Snoop Dogg. You know, it's just, he's that type of person. He's Snoop Dogg. There's the man. I'll be around making content in 2024, hopefully. And if that's the case, come back on and you'll see that whether you get in the streets of the dispensary, that quality has gone up. And the amount of growers, local growers and stuff, it will have to go up. People will be less fearful of growing at home unless they just have strict home grow laws. But even with strict home grow laws, people were growing illegally. So, like, I don't, it just changes. Like, legalization changes stuff. I got you, Blues. That's how you got to build your community for real. But you got to be willing to let people see you smoke. At the end of the day, like I tell that with anybody who want to work with me, like you're gonna have to be comfortable smoking in front of camera like consistently, and that is a lot to ask for a lot of people. Griffin, I might grow my own. That's a lot of effort. I'm about to get into a lot of different things. Like my 2022 is about to be pretty diversified and a lot of content. I mean, as you guys have seen, plus the website cannabislibraryus.com. There's a lot of different content written on there and stuff. So if I can get more time to grow and stuff, I might be interested. We'll see in the future. You know, you never know. I never would say no to it. But and some companies have even approached me about using the soil tints, like making content using their stuff. But I just haven't gotten to up there. Alphonse, I'm just saying, I celebrate people. You got to get some bills paid this weekend. I'm guessing most people got to get their bills paid last 3 days of the month, beginning of the month. So, smoke one if you're able to pay your bills and you can get that shit done. It's a celebration. That's all I'm saying. If Neftali, all the people you mentioned though, they all got like a bankroll from traveling and touring. Like that's the key. If you get that consistent bankroll, then you can be free. You don't have to be bought out by somebody else. All those people are free. I'm dead, Zachary. No, yeah, I mean, hopefully one day I'll get some big collabs. Either way, I'm gonna keep doing these. I need to start having guests, even obviously if they're not like famous, but I need to start having guests on the 9 a.m. on these smoke sessions. I'm gonna start arranging that. It's not a lot of people who want to come on here and smoke in the morning, but a lot of people don't even come on with me and smoke. They just come on and chill and talk and shit. So nice, smoke chirps. Congrats. I got you, Alphonse. I got you, Diz. That's what's up. You, I mean, if I, all I'm saying is for anybody who wants to get in the cannabis market, like get to where you can do it legally as quickly as you possibly can. Yeah, it's supposed to be busy. You be busy. We get to do the live stream at night every now and then. I might hit him up soon and see what's up. That's what's up, Neftali. I would say start building it now and find what your niche is, your audience. I mean, that's real news though, for real. And get used to writing. I would say get used to writing and planning and that type of stuff early for anybody. When I tell people to get in to this YouTube stuff, it's you don't have to write, but most people it would help them a lot. Just keep going that shit. What you mean, Alphonse? You talking about like have an edible branded after me? I don't know. Is that what you said? More than likely, it probably doesn't need to be that long. Just saying, like that's pretty long. Jay, enjoy it. Have a great day. Enjoy your Friday. I got you. Maybe one day I'll find there is somebody I'll find a lab that wants to put my face on the edible on some James Harden Charlie shits or something like that. With the hat shit. I got you. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate y'all coming on and hanging out with me today. It's still that's how they just learn though. Learn as best you can. If you can find somebody that can teach you, that's the problem with cannabis media stuff. Like I try to teach some people to get to like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Which across platforms is like 50K, 40 to 50K across all platforms. And so to like grow like across all of them and shit like that, that's the best way I think it is to grow in the social media space. But I don't know if I'm the best coach. I mean, I definitely could help some people grow from like very small to like pretty good size. And I could help people probably get paid to do their channel. Like and decently fast. And I say decently fast, you could start making money probably doing a channel in the cannabis space. I think feasibly the fastest somebody could do it, depending on what their level of editing is and speaking, would be like a year. I agree, Pittsburgh. Also invest in yourself, invest in your mind for real. So you keep developing ideas and you keep reaching out to new people and talking to people and stuff like that. Like I always do that. I had like 3 LinkedIn conversations with random people this morning, and that's no bullshit. I'm hitting people up. One wanted to set up a Zoom call, setting up another Zoom call with somebody else. Like constant, like when y'all see me interview people on here, that's always the first time I've ever met them. Usually Nicole sets it up, so it's the first time I've ever even talked to them. So it's just like a fresh conversation on live, you know. So how you set up and talk to people and stuff, that's what all this social media shit is, meeting with people socially. The Naftali, you just gotta exactly. Exactly. So what's up? Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. I think I missed a couple comments earlier, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm going checking back a little bit. Alphonse, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate it. For real, for real. I gotta go find some food here soon. I appreciate it, Charlie. Yeah, I've been making a lot of short content because it's easier to do. I've been freezing. It's been hard to focus in the crib and shit. It's been a lot going on in my head for real. So sometimes I just feel inspiration to make a little short content or something. I just put that shit out. So I've been putting out a lot of like short content, reels, TikTok, stuff like that, and just been experimenting and trying to evolve my mindset to the type of content that I want to make, you know, do a lot more lifestyle cannabis content and stuff. So you guys will definitely be seeing a lot more of that. You guys will be seeing me just venture out and do a lot of different shit for real. There are a lot of Arizona gummies in that pack. Pittsburgh, I appreciate you tuning in. It's always interesting when people find me and shit like that, what stage of content they find you in. That's what's unbelievable about content and like YouTube specifically is you really can see the track record or whatever. Like if Tyler's asked me, I used to talk about CBD a lot more, even a lot more Delta 8 shit and like stuff just transforms because now I live in Chicago, which I didn't just 6 months ago. So I'm in a legal state now. I can do a lot more stuff. Stuff's a lot closer. I can bike places. It is also freezing cold, but life just changes around the content each time if you're gonna keep making it, which I have, you know. I got you, Preston. Around New Year. But it just took me some time because over time I've just been trying to develop my lifestyle around it being conducive to being able to create as much content as I do. You know, that's been the key. Is been like changing like the foundation of stuff. to be able to be like, oh, okay, I can make sure I can come out with a video, make sure I can be on live and have this time to come on live each day and shit like that. You know, like that stuff's really important. Yeah, I've never tried Kratom. Still been having me. Some of the newer ones, I don't know about THCP, THCH. I won't even claim to know anything about that. I know Delta 8 is derived from hemp, but they have to do processes to multiply. This is very simplified, but essentially multiply how much Delta 8 is produced in the oil and the distillate. And so there are definitely lab things that are done to it to get the Delta 8 to be higher in there. HHC, I know there's HHC that's naturally in a plant, but I do not definitively know that this hemp derived HHC that they're saying is like that. And the reason, guys, this is all you're getting this lawyer's answer from me that I don't completely understand all this stuff is because hemp is even changing in the definition. So right now, for example, I'll use Texas for example. Texas is going up to 1% a amount for the cannabis or whatever, and that would still suffice for under hemp, or would it be weed at that point? Because hemp isn't real. Hemp is made up term to cover under 0.3%. I remember I had a teacher, it was a drug teacher, and she told me George Washington smoked hemp, he didn't smoke weed. So I was like, so what? So now I'm thinking, so what the fuck you're telling me is George Washington had a machine back in the 1700s that could tell for 0.3 THC? No, George Washington was getting high. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's these terms for what is allowed. So when we're saying hemp derived, hemp means from something grown under 0.3 THC. Well, as somebody who knows how weed's grown, that's not really plausible. Most of it can't really be grown at that. You have to just test it early in order to get at that. So it's a terms thing. And so, and then when we're talking about synthetic, if a cannabinoid naturally occurs in flower, but they're able to multiply in the lab to get like amount of oil to be this amount or whatever, I guess I just don't know what all these terms mean in their specificity. I hope that makes sense. But they're boxing in terms around stuff to make certain people in America feel like comfortable with certain ideas. No, that's not weed, that's hemp. No, that's not hemp, that's weed, you know? But I appreciate it, guys. I actually have to answer this call. I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.